Hi everyone, it's 11:55 p.m. 21st of May. Today I'm going to talk to you all about the greatest warrior in history. Let's have a quiz. Is it A. King Leonidas, B. King David, C. Joshua son of Nun, N-U-N, not Nun, N-O-N-E, Joshua son of Nun, N-U-N. Let's look at answer A, King Leonidas. Before that, what is your answer? Is it A, B, or C? A, King Leonidas. Let's look at the answer. Could it be King Leonidas? King Leonidas led an army of 300 Spartans to fight against a huge army of King Xerxes that inflicted many casualties in King Xerxes' army. However, the 300, at the end, they were defeated. Although they have killed thousands and thousands of soldiers in King Xerxes' army, they were still defeated at the end. Let's look at answer B. King David, son of Jesse. When he was a young man, he defeated a lion. And he also defeated a bear. And then he defeated the tall, big champion of the Philistine army, Goliath. And then he defeated many armies. And he established the kingdom of Israel. King David had many brave fighting men under him when he defeated many armies. They considered him one of the greatest king in Israel. Or in many say actually the greatest king of Israel. Or is the answer C, Joshua son of Nun? The answer is answer C. If you have guessed C, that's the answer. Joshua son of Nun defeated 30 over kings. His greatest battle, in my opinion, is when he came to rescue the Gibeonites. Who are the Gibeonites? The Gibeonites were the neighbors of the Israelites at that time. They came and tried to make a peace treaty with the Israelites, deceiving the Israelites that they came from faraway land. And the Israelites fell for the deception and made a peace treaty with them, even though they are neighbors, and the Israelites wanted to conquer them because they are the neighbors. However, because they came and made a peace treaty with the Israelites, deceiving them that they came from a faraway land, lying to them, the Israelites fell for their deception and made a peace treaty with them. One day, 5 kings united together and wanted to destroy the Gibeonites, and they attacked Gibeon. The Gibeonites sent word to Joshua for help, and Joshua brought his army and marched overnight. Imagine how tired they were. They marched overnight to fight against the 5 kings. Here's the story taken from the book of Joshua in the Bible, chapter 10. Then the 5 kings of the Amorites, the kings of Jerusalem, Hebron, Jarmuth, Lachish, and Eglon, joined forces. They moved up with all their troops and took up positions against Gibeon and attacked it. The Gibeonites then sent word to Joshua in the camp at Gilgal. Do not abandon your servants. Come up to us quickly and save us. Help us, because all the Amorite kings from the hill country have joined forces against us. So Joshua marched up from Gilgal with his entire army, including all the best fighting men. The Lord said to Joshua, do not be afraid of them. I have given them into your hand. not one of them will be able to withstand you. After an all-night, listen up again, after an all-night march from Gilgal, Joshua took them by surprise. So here, Joshua brought his men for an overnight march to fight against the 5 kings that were attacking Gibeon. So imagine marching overnight. The strength has been, a lot of energy has been used to march overnight. Okay, verse 10, the Lord threw them into confusion before Israel, who defeated them in a great victory at Gibeon. Israel pursued them along the road, going up to Beth-horon, and cut them down all the way to Azekah and Makkedah. As they fled before Israel on the road down from Beth-horon to Azekah, the Lord hurled large hailstones down on them from the sky, and more of them died from the hailstones than were killed by the swords of the Israelites. On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord in the presence of Israel, listen to this, O sun, stand still over Gibeon, O moon, over the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still and the moon stopped. Let me repeat that. On the day the Lord gave the Amorites over to Israel, Joshua said to the Lord, in the presence of Israel, in front of his soldiers, O sun, stand still over Gibeon, O moon, over the valley of Ajalon. So the sun stood still and the moon stopped, till the nations avenged itself on its enemies. As it is written in the book of Jasher, the sun stopped in the middle of the sky and delayed going down about a full day. There has never been a day like it before or since, a day when the Lord listened to a man. Again, let me read that again. There has never been a day like it before or since, a day when the Lord listened to a man. Surely the Lord was fighting for Israel. Then Joshua returned with all Israel to the camp at Gilgal. Imagine Joshua already won the battle, but he wanted not only to win the battle, but to completely defeat his enemies. He wanted to annihilate his enemies. So he wanted broad daylight so he can actually destroy every single one of his enemies. And he knows God is fighting for them. He could even tell the sun to stop, and it stopped for one full day, so that there'll be bright daylight to defeat his enemies. Imagine here, Joshua said the Gibeonites who deceived Joshua. What a great man he is. Because of the peace treaty he has made with the Gibeonites, he still went and saved them, although they have deceived him. And not only that, he led Israel into a great victory. And with his faith, he could even command the sun to stop from going down. That is Joshua. He was the greatest warrior in history. There is similarities between the name Joshua, Yeshua, and Jesus. They actually all mean the same thing. Joshua, Yeshua, and Jesus is the same name. It means to deliver. Joshua delivered. He lived up to his name. He delivered the Gibeonites from the 5 kings. Yeshua, or Jesus, whose also name means to deliver, Jesus lived up to his name. He delivered the whole world from the power of sin and death. All you need to do, and all everyone needs to do, is just to ask him to forgive them, to forgive you, and Jesus would forgive you from all your sins. And you have a new life with Jesus, whose name means to deliver. Thank you.